Sadak alongside the coach, Pete Gillen, former head man at Virginia and Xavier, and a proud New York City Basketball Hall of Famer. And Coach, I am pumped for this one.
Very excited. Two terrific teams in the A-10. They've been good for a long, long time, both fighting for postseason stature and build their resume. It's a big, big game, John. I'm very excited.
So we have Jordy Chimanga at 6'11", leaping against the 6'8" Corey Douglas, and VCU wins the tap. They boast a lot of length and also outstanding point guard play from Ace Baldwin, who wears 1.
Dayton starts in man-to-man, which they play 98% of the time.
VCU probing, 3-ball release, rattles on down, the triple try for VCU.
He's a key guy, Williams. After Bones Hyland, he's the guy that's got to be that next big scorer. Man traps and rotate. They come at you in waves and waves, John.
And Dayton having trouble getting it across. A 10-second violation. Anthony Grant knew it would be hard to simulate the pressure that VCU can bring. Despite heavy pressure, last year he was the consensus National Coach of the Year. His alma mater finished number 3 in the country, its highest ranking since 1956.
Did a wonderful job. They had a spectacular season, 29-2, unbelievable.
Perimeter catch, now the entry. Levi Stockard III against Chimanga, whose defensive presence has been big, and he alters that shot. Dayton wins it. Chimanga, tremendous rebounder, top 10 in the country in rebound percentage. Quick release 3-ball, ugly miss for Mustafa Amsil, who's been smooth on the year. There you see the recent game for VCU, a blowout second half against St. Bonaventure, a shocking turnaround from halftime on.
Like a tale of two halves, John. You did the game for CBS Sports Network, right?
15-point lead and got rocked in the second. Short on the alligator arm try by Corey Douglas, and it seems like Dayton and Chimanga are imposing some will near the cup. Now the leave on high, extra pass. Elijah Weaver, the USC transfer, sealed off end line. Amsil on the spin, looking for space.
VCU puts great pressure on the ball. Really come at you. They force 19 turnovers a game for their opponents, which is one of the best in the country.
Weaver off, tapped, and VCU wants to run. Pulling up in transition. And VCU able to maintain. And we haven't seen much of Bones Hyland yet. He wears number 5 on the left side of the screen, cutting across the lane.
Leading scorer, a spectacular sophomore.
He averages 18 per. Nice feed in stride. Stockard has it knocked free. End line out of bounds, only 5 to shoot. And there is Mike Rhodes, the head man for VCU, told his team rather simply, guys, double knot your shoes and let's go play. He thought they were too emotional in the collapse against the Bonnies.
Yeah, emotion could be great, but also could be a negative, so you got to control your emotions.
Douglas driving off as the shot clock was set to expire. Flyers still looking for points. They're normally a very efficient team, second best in the league from outside.
Yeah, shooting 50% from the field, which is fabulous field goal percentage.
They don't take a ton of shots, but they hit at a very high rate. And the man who champions that is Ibby Watson. We had a chance to chat with Anthony Grant. He talked about how he's a 50, 40, 80 guy. He's nearly 50% from the field, 40 from outside, over 80 at the line.
Tremendous shooter, but I like to see him drive a little bit more, John. He's a catch-and-shoot guy in the perimeter. Let's get in the mud, get in the blue. You know, get in there, mix it up a little bit more, attacking the rim.
First foul to Vince Williams. You see Corey Douglas getting a breather. VCU goes very deep and rotates considerably. There's the double. And Crutcher look in the middle. Amsil on high. Off target. And the board to VCU. Only 1 bucket early. Oh, nice feed. Backdoor tipped out of bounds. Last touch went to VCU. Very active hands, and there is Bones Hyland, who dropped 18, tied for the game high when these teams met in their second matchup a season ago. That was when Dayton came into this building ranked number 5 in the country, the highest ranked opponent to ever visit the Siegel Center. And Dayton, a couple of puzzling defeats out of the gates, including a loss to LaSalle that seemingly has come on. Took care of Richmond today. Oh, nice aggressive drive and the left-handed bucket by Crutcher.
Tremendous player. 19 points a game. The top scorers in the A-10. Fabulous player, and he tried to do too much a little bit early in the season. John tried to be Obi Toppin, player of the year in the country. Had too many turnovers, but he's calmed down a little bit, and he's having a great senior year.
Hyland getting a touch. Aggressive rebounding by VCU. They have a 5-3 advantage on Dayton. Curry off the curl. Now Curry into a double. Fights through it. Off, and the tip try on the spot. Hassan Ward, you love his length.
Yeah, I love Hassan Ward. From Barbados. Terrific athlete. He's just learning the game. He's only a sophomore. He's still raw, but block shots, packs the glass. Tremendous future, I think, for that young man.
Now can Dayton find a little bit of rhythm against a defense that doesn't allow for much of it? They overplay, it frees up the open look, and the banker on the lead is true. It's 5-4.
Banks are open on Saturday, about 12 minutes to 5 here in Richmond.
Chimanga, who's been efficient in spots, has been an outstanding defender and rebounder. Curry corner. And Ward wants it. Baldwin denied of the drive, so he floats it up. And Ward got way too aggressive, steamrolling for a foul. John Sadak and the former Xavier and Virginia head man and Pete Gillen. These are two elite teams, a game that has some substance in a great league.
No question. Two top teams for a long time, been terrific. But both these teams lost a lot of guys. Obi Toppin, player of the year, left Dayton. VCU, all 5 starters are gone, so big look. But both teams are very good again this year.
Both really have something to prove, right? You know, for Dayton, they want to prove they can win without Obi Toppin. And that young man, Jalen Crutcher, who Seth Davis in studio for us almost exactly a year ago dubbed him the best supporting actor in college basketball. He wants to show he's a leading man. And VCU trying to bounce back after a humbling defeat when they fell apart up 15 against the Bonnies.
Yep. Two terrific programs, and once again, both of them want to go back to the big dance. And I think that, you know, two of the many talented teams in the A-10, but both of them got a shot to go dancing.
So Dayton on entry. Elijah Weaver, transfer from USC, fronted by the length of Bones Hyland.
He plays a lot of point guard as well as Crutcher. He's comfortable handling the ball, Weaver.
Amsio comfortable as well, stepping back, take and miss. The iron not there, and a board for Ward. 5-4 VCU. They've controlled the glass early. Hesitant dribble, now the blow by, change hands, and the finish by Trey Clark.
Terrific move. He used the rim as a protector, John, that time. He couldn't block his shot, went underneath the rim. The rim was a protector, and nice finish.
What is it about VCU's pressure that makes teams uncomfortable?
Well, they speed you up. They keep coming at you in waves and waves. A lot of guys, they try to speed you up and take a quick shot. And even if you make it, that's a tempo they want, John, because they got a lot of guys that play. They're very athletic. They steal the ball. They block shots. And they don't have an inside presence, so they got to score in transition, score off dribble penetration.
And there's the block. Ward denying Chimanga despite the size difference. Another change of hands, and it's Hyland who improvises.
Oh, terrific play. Only a sophomore. He started only 9 games last season, but he's really come on. He's the leader of this team.
Dayton is fresh off its largest margin of victory on the year, only 67-54 against GW. That was played at George Mason due to issues in D.C. And the length of Ward harassing again, 9 of the timer.
You like him. He's one of your guys too, John, right? You like Ward?
He is a fantastic player to watch. The high kiss miss. And controlled by Mikal Brown-Jones.
Ward changed that shot. He contested that.
Hyland wants help. Off the screen, alley-oop, and Ward, the elevator service.
He knows we're talking about him, John. Hassan, I'm giving it a wink. I got a little beeper. I'm telling him, hey, pick it up.
He basically played no organized basketball until his sophomore year in high school when he came stateside. Still learning how to play this game.
Exactly. He's touching the surface. Talking to the coaches the other day, he said that he's got tremendous upside.
Crutcher. Oh, he's patented that shot, but it doesn't drop. Dayton's had trouble on these road rims. Just 2 of 9 from the field, 0 for 4 from outside. Hyland wants the isolation against Amsio. Take the 3, make the 3. And we'll get a timeout from Dayton as VCU is running the Flyers out of the building. A 9-0 run by VCU in a crisp 2 minutes, and they've done it a couple of different ways here, Coach.
Here we go. Nice alley-oop, throwing it to the up high. Nice finish inside. But they also can knock it down from 3. Up there, Ward with the finish. Can knock it down from 3. There's Bones Hyland. Look at him. You give him too much room. Splash. Can score a lot of different ways. The Rams are streaky. They're going droughts, John, but when they get going, they're tough. They're going to probably try to trap you now at half. Once you get over half court, they're going to come at you.
Dayton is misfired now on 5 straight from the field. What can they do to alleviate this?
Well, I try to go inside. Try to go inside to, inside to the big guy. There we go.
Zimi Wokeji give it away. Now they're going a little deeper. Wokeji getting time. We see Kobe Brea out there as well.
Yeah. Well, when you can't score, John, what you have to do is swing the ball side to side to side. 2 or 3 sides, and put your head down drop. Even if you run somebody over, you're attacking the basket because you're not making the perimeter shots. So you got to attack the basket and try to crash the offensive glass. So try to get to the free throw line, right, and try to get offensive rebounds.
Clark snaps it corner. Quick release. Curry 3 rains it down, and it's a 12-0 run for VCU out of a Dayton timeout.
It's always very dangerous, John, to play a team after they've been humbled. On Wednesday, you did the game we mentioned before against the Bonnies. Real tough second half for the Rams. Now they're coming out like a shark in the water. They see blood, they're going after it.
And the red of Dayton has them ignited. Now the double. And the handle lost by Wokeji. Out of bounds, 10 to shoot. VCU rubbing salt in the wound. What does this mean in terms of the net rankings? That's one of the tools in determining tournament selection. 6 teams in the top 75, an opportunity game for each of these squads.
Yep, 2 very good teams. Once again, you want to build your resume. Richmond took a little bit of a hit today, losing at home to LaSalle. But it's a long way to go, John. A long way to go, and hopefully everything will work out and teams will get their full complement of games in.
Maybe Watson, tough shot off, and the Flyers, 2 of 11 from the field, have as many turnovers as they do made buckets.
That's not Ibby's strength. More like catch and shoot or drive the ball. Off a bounce is not his strength.
Keyshawn Curry, ball screen lying in wait. Opposite. Watkins probing dribble. Now the reset. Clark. Hoist it. And the hit off, but the long rebound. A lot of long rebounds. VCU taking a lot of 3s.
Tight rims, yeah, tight rims. I used to be very concerned about tight rims. I used to bring a weighted ball with me when I was coaching, and we banged the rims, try to soften them up a little bit.
Did it work?
Didn't help. That's why I'm on Boot Hill, John. I'm with you.
Corey Douglas turning around, off iron. Now Ibby Watson brings it up. Now Watson, the Michigan transfer, second leading scorer, plays the 3rd most minutes in the country. They rely on Watson and Crutcher, and there's the steal. Anticipation for the Rams, the Euro, and the shot off for Curry. Put back mid lane, no tip, try is there. Vince Williams and the Rams are flying around the iron. It's a 14-0 run.
Rams get 11 steals a game, John. That's one of them we just saw. The defense gets their offense going.
Dayton hasn't scored in almost 6 minutes, Coach.
They got to swing it side to side. Not a good shot. Might go in, but not a great shot. People writing his mug. Swing it side to side. Move the defense. Move the players. Move the ball, and then attack. Oh,
now it's VCU on the move, and the reach for a jump ball as Amsiel tied him some. So the arrow goes to Dayton. Flyers with the ball. VCU with the big lead. 14-0 run. Look at that breakdown.
Yeah, amazing. 2-point field goal, 2 threes. Yeah, taking care of the basketball. So that's what they do. They go on a run. They're a streaky team. VCU, you saw that Wednesday. Great first half, second half struggle. So they got to make hay while they can. Right now, Crutcher's got to take over. Potential player of the year, the A-10. He's got to take over, direct this team. Try to go something at the basket. I would drive the ball to the hoop.
Crutcher pinned on the sideline, trying to hop through it, and a foul. And Mike Rhodes was adamant, as were his players in speaking with area media this week, that young man is the key to Dayton. You have to contain Crutcher.
Fabulous player. Does everything. Scores 19 points a game, 4 assists. He shoots 53% from the field. For a guard, John, that's unbelievable. 53%, 45 from downtown. So really a special player. So if you cut off the head of a snake, he dies. So they got to try to concentrate on Crutcher as best they can.
I always call the exterminator. I'm never doing that.
Yeah, I don't go near them.
Foul to Watkins, his first. A little Indiana Jones in you there?
I like him. I like Indy.
Only 5 to shoot. Dayton hasn't moved the ball. They haven't liked that all that much. Watson hanging, missing. Another rebound. VCU imposing its will.
They kept the ball on one side of the floor.
Deep three, rejected. Wide open, Baldwin. Doesn't come up aces there. Dayton ball.
Ace ball, more of a penetrator, not a great three-point shooter usually.
Aggressive take, the lead. Chimanga, 2 tries, no. The third drops in.
And we saw Crutcher now. He got fouled, John, and then we see a nice assist. So he's starting to try to take over for the Flyers, try to build them back.
That ends a more than 7-minute scoreless drought for Dayton. If any team knows about leads like this lost, though, it's VCU. 3-ball Brown Jones off. No Flyers more than a couple points, and Kobe Brea, the freshman, bringing it up the floor.
Trying to run some set plays now, get some shots for guys, not letting them freelance as much.
KG, right to left crossover, down the lane, bothered by the length and size of Corey Douglas. Speeding Hyland. What a stop, denied right at the iron.
That was close, could have been a goaltend, John. Real time looked like a goaltend, but it was close.
Shaping up, getting fed in the block from Brown Jones.
Like a foul. Refs want to get home and see Law and Order reruns. I thought. Let the lot go, John.
Dun dun dun. Bones Hyland trying to break down Blakeney off the bounce. A lot of playground games in Wilmington, Delaware growing up. Hopping into the lane, floated up and in. VCU's top scorer delivers.
Tough off the bounce, it can hurt you from 3. We saw that mid-range game and getting to the rim. Get the whole package.
Now foul up the floor. Hyland harassing Brea. And VCU coming up big.
Yeah, defense has been fabulous for VCU, and that's really helped their offense. They're not a great half-court executing team. We talked to Mike Rhodes yesterday, you and I, on a Zoom call, and he said it's still a work in progress. Sometimes we take poor shots. A shot we play so fast, we're so hyper. Sometimes we take poor shots. But Mike's a terrific guy, outstanding coach. Yeah, he went down to Rice and turned that program around in 3 years, and done a fabulous job here at VCU.
Let's see if Dayton can respond. Just 3 of 17 shooting to begin the game.
Yeah. Well, you got to drive the ball. Crutcher's got to attack the basket. Couldn't finish. But give credit to the Rams defense. They're contesting and changing shots.
It's slow to get up with a whistle blaring. Mike Rhodes is irate as Chimanga took a spill underneath.
Crutcher drives. Ward goes up. Looks like Ace Baldwin kind of knows Curry. Curry pushed him.
Undercut there. That's going to be 5 fouls on VCU. We got a lot of time.
Yep.
VCU fouls over 20 times a game, second most in the A-10. Dayton is a very good free throw shooting team. And there's a great take, and what a swat shot by Ward. Oh, nice no look, Curry.
Wow.
He wanted to dunk it, had no window, so he said, thank you, layup.
Right now, John, it's VCU's world. We're just passing through it. They're on a roll. Everything they touch. But it's a long way to go.
They have more blocks than Dayton has made baskets.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. Well, they got to spread it out. They got to bring the big guys away from the basket. Set some ball screens.
Amsiel from deep, short. And some young pups for Dayton are thrust into a grander light. Amsiel again, not shy, but off target. That went over, out of bounds.
Crutcher goes in. Wow. Hassan Ward, John. I'm going to buy stock in him. That might be his agent. I want to be his agent. He's terrific. You said before, he's just green, just touching the surface.
Well, you had asked Mike Rhodes, because you loved him, what stood out. And Mike Rhodes told you, I want big men that can move. That shot try off, and he said he's still trying to understand timing. How long does that take?
I don't know. I think timing's pretty good this afternoon. He's blocking everything but the moon. So.
Oh, great entry, Chimanga.
Nice pass. Nice post feed. Time to get the better of Ward, Chimanga.
So that cuts into an 18-2 run. Dayton needs a lot of stops and a lot of buckets.
Yep. Still turning to go. Got 26 minutes, a long way to go. Flyers just got to play good defense now, rebound the ball and run.
Hyland deep. He's mid-logo. And he rains it down and a little snare thereafter.
Chilling.
That is a confident young man, and there is some scoring meat on those bones.
Yeah, no, I like that shot. Poetic.
Dayton 0 for 7 from outside. Defending the three-point line, Mike Rhodes said, would be critical. Dayton 38% of the year.
Yep.
Chimanga.
Yep. Nice move. All right, 2 hoops for Chimanga.
And that's what you were calling for, right? Look inside.
Look inside, try to get fouled. And I would also bring Chimanga out and set a lot of ball screens. So Ward, the defender for VCU, will come out with him so we can't protect the rim.
Mismatch here. Hyland against Chimanga. He's going to shoot the J. Off.
Remember, VCU is very streaky. When they're hot, they're hot. When they're cold, they're like an iceberg.
Look at the depth of this shot try.
Steps back, yeah. He's on the rim.
That's a lot of games at the park, right?
Yep. No, he's stronger than you think. He's wiry, but got tremendous range. Fabulous player.
Now, we asked Mike Rhodes about Bones Hyland and what allows him to score in such bunches. And he said, you know what? You say score, I say playmaker. He's a great passer. Yeah, he can make the threes. He can get to the rim, score at all 3 levels. But he keeps the ball hot. He moves it around to his teammates.
Yeah, you got to share the basketball. Nice ball, nice pass.
Stockard kicking, 3 ball. In and out for Clark. Dayton's had a few good possessions here. It started with Chimanga. There it is, 4 shots blocked, 5 made buckets.
The mismatch, go inside to Chimanga, don't forget him.
Amsiel backing in, twisting, short. He's been short a lot today. Is he tired?
I don't know. He said he's off. I thought he could have got the ball to Chimanga then, John, inside with a mismatch.
And now foul at the other end. Trying to deny entry. It looks like they'll get Ibby Watson here. Now keep in mind that Dayton is down. Chase Johnson left the team for personal reasons. Transfer from Florida, who had also missed stretches of time last year. Rodney Chapman is injured, who's a great shooter and defender for them.
Exactly.
And Dwayne Cohill, non-contact injury tore his ACL in October. Hasn't been available all year.
Nice pass. Stockard with the finish. Sharing the basketball. Chapman, Anthony Solomon told us that he thinks he's one of the top on-ball defenders in the country, so they can't wait to get him back, John.
He is often shut down the opposition's best guard. Back in the day, Anthony Grant was the head man for VCU, taking on Duke in year 1 in 2007, and he had Eric Maynard. Duke did not. That jumper with under 2 seconds to go proved the difference. 2 of his 22, and VCU said bye-bye to Coach K. The first-round loss for the Blue Devils since 1996, and that is the moment, right, Coach? That was the first tournament win for VCU in 22 years and helped catapult VCU onto the national landscape.
No question about it. And a great win, beating a premier program like Duke in the NCAA tournament. Fabulous. I'll tell you, Anthony Solomon looks just like he did then. He looks the same way. He still looks like a young guy, even with the mask on. But he's done a great job with the Flyers. 29-2 last season. Struggling right now this afternoon, but still got a long way to go. They'll change the pace. 2-3 zone by the Flyers. They're doing that because right now the Rams are penetrating to get into the paint. And they're getting second, third shots.
Stockard called for steps. So if you're Anthony Grant at this point, What's your game plan? 3.5 minutes, down 18. What's feasible and reasonable?
Just chip away. We're down 18. All right, just go 2 by 2, 5-minute segments. Let's see if we can chip off 5 or 6 points at a time. All right, let's go for the zone for a while. All right, and I would try to drive the basketball. I'd bring Chimanga away from the basket. All right, set some, bring him out, make him guard outside, and drive the basketball. Attack off the dribble. We got to move the ball quicker, John. The ball's just sticking on one side of the floor, so the defense can just pack it in.
10 to shoot. Now the double is sprung, and the foul comes with it. And so the foul's piling up on VCU. There's still over 3 minutes to go. Mike Rhodes knows that feeling all too well, and it comes with the territory, right, when you play this style?
Yeah, oh yeah. You're very aggressive. They're creating turnovers. They're being super aggressive with trying to get steals. They get 11 steals a game, which is one of the tops in the country. Block shots, 6 a game, which is one of the tops in the country. So they're being super aggressive, so they're going to foul.
Foul to Stockard, his first, 6 on VCU, and now an offensive against Dayton. Trying to set up shop down low, and you can see the frustration on Crutcher.
Yeah, the body language. He looked very frustrated.
The body language is huge to Anthony Grant. He talked about it in the win, the most lopsided win of the year, last time out against GW, how involved the bench was in their success.
Yep. Now man-to-man, Flyers change it.
Oh, an aggressive defense, numbers for Dayton. Right down the lane, leading into the contact. They'll freeze the clock and shots to come.
Time they change defense, 2 consecutive possessions, 2 misses. So that's what you have to do.
Nice flip
steal.
there.
Attacking the basket. Nice move. 2 free throws for the Flyers.
So Blakeney, the first free throws for either team. You saw the graphic there. First one is off. Blakeney, that was his first free throw try of his collegiate career.
Doesn't play much. I was just going to say that, John.
And Curry gets a blow. Blakeney did have the bucket in the double overtime win against Mississippi State. His only make in that game. It's forced the second overtime. One of the 2 big wins against SEC competition for Dayton. As Imi Wokeji is back in, Blakeney a breather. And VCU took down Utah State as a win over Memphis.
2 great wins. Utah State, fabulous season so far. They got beat the other night by Colorado State, but the Utah State's terrific team, and Memphis is very talented. They had another good win the other day. They beat Wichita State, so some good wins early in the season for the Rams.
Rams have won 8 of 10. Dayton has won 3 in a row, and they're a force entry out of bounds. Some miscommunication there. But it feels like VCU is showing some wrinkles defensively. The pressure's getting to Dayton again a bit.
Yeah, they're coming after him. Flyers just got to move the ball quicker, side to side. The ball sticking on one side.
You like Watson bringing it up?
Not particularly, no. I'd rather have Crutcher bring it up or Weaver.
Oh, nice look. And the cut, ball taken away. It is like playground thievery.
Yeah. And just playing more aggressive, attacking them.
Hyland leaves. Williams off the wing, sees the double. Great pass. Ward didn't feel it coming. Stepping into a 3. Hyland going off. Bones Hyland and VCU up 20.
It's on fire, Bones. They didn't like what happened at St. Bonaventure. They're saying, John, a hungry cat hunts best. It's like a hungry ram. They're hunting. They want to get back on the winning track after getting knocked off on Wednesday at Bonnie's. Here we go, drive. No, Ward. That's our guy. Hassan Ward. We'll get way downtown. That's a 4-point shot, John. That's not 3. Boom.
We're going to like the MTV Rock and Jock, like Urkel dropping it down from the 4-point circle.
Exactly. I don't know what you said, but I agree with that.
Nice finish near the basket. Dayton in dire need of stops here. And Wokeji gets the chippy, points in the paint, VCU +4. Where they've really done damage is from deep. And Hyland on the cut, the pass behind him. VCU has 5 made threes. Dayton's 0 for 7 from outside.
Yep. Once again, VCU streaky. They're not consistent. Very talented team, but they're very young. Talking to Mike Rhodes yesterday, you and I, we're young. Sometimes we go in spurts, so Dayton just got to keep pounding the rock. Long way to go.
Crutcher leaves. Wokeji, the same for Brea. Feed the screener. KG off the bottom of the backboard, tipped by VCU. Anthony Grant told us he was worried some about the physicality of VCU.
Yeah, they are physical, aggressive. They're going to bump you and hold you. Clean but physical.
Since VCU joined the league in 2012-13, these teams rank 1 and 2 in conference wins and win percentage. Deep contested three. 0 for 8 are the Flyers. Put back, denied. Another rejection, and Ward wins it.
Tremendous.
Oh, nice Euro. And what a way to draw the foul for Jameer Watkins.
The defense, once again, gets their offense going. They block shots, and they're up and away, off to the races. Goes in.
Jameer Watkins goes to the pair.
Now the foul to Brea, his first, so Watkins at the line converts, and VCU has done well at the stripe on the season.
It's on Ward, the Terminator. Yep. There you go. Him and Williams got a piece of it. The defense led to offense down the other end, 2 free throws.
Mike Rhodes' team applies even more pressure, the most aggressive pressure we've seen.
Yep. Doing a great job. When I coached, John, some of my players thought defense was a town in South America, so they didn't always defend.
Donde está?
Exactly. But this program is built on pressure defense. Shaka Smart did an unbelievable job, taking to the Final Four, and Mike Rhodes is assistant for a long time.
Another steal. Hyland flying down the lane, loses handle out of bounds. Shot clock turned off. Do you hold for a shot, or do you just keep on rolling with it?
I'd hold for a shot. You're up 20. Hey, don't take a quick shot. Let them hit a three to, make a little wrinkle. But their defense is fabulous.
VCU, fresh off its worst scoring output in a game on the season, has run roughshod all over a fellow powerhouse in Dayton. Can they expand it beyond 20? 5 seconds. Little doubt Hyland will have the ball in his hand here. His shot near the horn. Short. But Hyland erupts for 13, and the Rams are up 20. Sadak alongside the coach and Pete Gillen. What stood out to you in that lopsided first half?
Tremendous defense by VCU. The Rams were all over the place. 5 block shots, they're stealing the ball, deflecting. And Dayton, it seemed like they're in a fog. They kept the ball on one side of the floor. They got to reverse it side to side, John, and attack off the bounce. They did not do a good job moving the ball quickly and moving themselves quickly. But credit the defense by the Rams. VCU defense was fabulous.
And so was Bones Hyland. He was Mike Rhodes will tell you about it. His young team got emotional, he said. They were up 15, dominating St. Bonaventure on the road, and crumbled in the second half, annihilated after the break, and lost in humbling fashion, at one point allowing 3 straight dunks during a 17-1 run, 2 of them with and-1 fouls.
A young VCU Ram team, so first 5 minutes are key to this game.
And right out of the gate, Dayton forces the turnover.
Yep. Now they got to attack. Crutcher's got to take over. He's got to get some help.
Chimanga wants it inside against Vince Williams. Crutcher lying in wait on the top right, defended by the much smaller Ace Baldwin. Single digits on the timer. Chimanga twisting, finishing, it rattles down.
You heard him inside. I'd go to that big fella. A lot more.
He's got 8. He is more than the rest of his teammates combined. Ace Baldwin short, and there's a one and done for VCU.
Push it, Flyers. Now got to be more aggressive. You're coming up medium speed. You got to go attack, attack, attack.
Not ludicrous speed, though, right?
No, I love ludicrous. My offense, my last year coaching was kind of ludicrous, John, too.
Rebound to VCU. Hyland, outstanding in the first half.
Pass by Baldwin. Great pass. Ace Baldwin with the dime. Stocker with the finish.
VCU up 20. First half, the most tumbling for Dayton in terms of point production since 2010. Oh, nice crossover, aggressive take, the leave up the grain of the lane to turn it over.
Stockett's got to come to beat it. That was partially his fault.
Now a forced ball inside. Chimanga knocks it free. Tie up a lightning quick jump ball. Arrow to Dayton.
Possession to Dayton.
Nice ball screen to the top. Baldwin penetrates. The big guy comes on. He drops a dime to Stockard. Great pass. Excellent execution for the Rams. That's one of the things they have to prove on, John. They're great in the full court transition game, but the half-court execution has to be better. That was fabulous.
Stockard has gelled so well. Young man who played 100 games at Kansas State for Bruce Weber was immediately eligible and is fit right in with VCU. And Crutcher send it the other way. Offensive foul. He has not been in rhythm, and he is their most critical player.
Yeah, no question. He coached Anthony Grant, and I coached against Anthony when he was a junior and senior, when I was the head coach at Xavier from 85 to 94. And Don Donahoe's a legend, a class guy in the NABC College Basketball Hall of Fame, a great coach, a wonderful person, had an unbelievable career. He brought the Flyers to the national championship game, John, as you said, against the Bruins, and he put Dayton solidly on the map, and a wonderful person and a great coach. And Anthony Grant loved playing for him and couldn't say enough about it. He said he was a great teacher. That's what he loved best about Coach Donahoe, a teacher and a humble man and an unreal career for the Flyers.
Chimanga now with 10. He leads the way for Dayton. Also said that Don Donahoe was ahead of his time in terms of analytics. And he would love points per possession to be going up, but there's an aggressive foul. As Corey Douglas says, you're not getting an easy bucket. You got to earn it.
That's his first.
Elijah Weaver driving, packing the basket. And a piece of it. Nice job. Hit the body, though. Foul.
Now, Weaver, 5 for 5 at the line this year, but only 55% a season ago at USC. This Dayton team is strong at the line. VCU has been outstanding at the line this year. Keyshawn Curry back in. VCU continues to rotate in waves. How do you know when you find the right mix, as deep as they go, and what triggers a move? What triggers a substitution?
Well, it's difficult, John, because each game, one group might have a better rhythm than others. It's not always going to be the same. So you got to still, they have 9 freshmen and sophomores, VCU. So Mike Rhodes is still learning about his team, and didn't have a lot of the summer. You didn't have the preseason. You didn't have exhibition games. So all these coaches in Division I, Division II, 3 are still learning about their players. And then with COVID protocols and everything, it's very challenging for all the coaches.
Foul to Amsiel, who sat Brea in. Amsiel is 0 for 6 shooting. He is the 3rd leading scorer for Dayton. VCU just looks comfortable.
They're playing at home, and sometimes when you get humbled, that's what happened Wednesday at St. Bonnie's. Your antennas go up and you listen a little bit more. You're a little more focused, and you play better.
And they're a blocking foul. The probing drive by Hyland. Looks like they'll get Weaver for his first. And normally this would be a raucous environment too. The Siegel Center has been sellout city going back a decade, closing in on 160 straight sellouts. The problem this year, they're capped at 250 people, a mix of students, friends, family. There's a foul in the act of a 3. How does that happen? Hyland is just about automatic at the line.
There's a saying among coaches that never foul a shooter, but never ever foul a three-point shooter. So Crutcher, who is a fabulous player, he's trailing Bones Hyland. He's coming over the screen, but good call. He whacked him. Saying didn't hit him, you hit him.
So now Hyland, an 84% shooter, resides at the line. Able to can the first. A VCU coach this year is shooting 74.5% from the line. They're on pace to break a program record that has stood since 1982-83.
Well, the young team is going to get better and better. They're going to be like a roller coaster, up and down at times.
I like roller coasters.
I know, so do I. I almost fell off one once. Maybe I did. But now, when you're young, once again, you're learning. But Mike Rowe's a terrific coach, and he's even a better person. Really a class guy, does things the right way, and helped build VCU up, being with Shaka Smart for 6 years. Terrific coach. And Anthony Grant, same thing. Another gentleman, done a great job. National Coach of the Year, as you mentioned before, John. Anthony Grant last year, so 2 outstanding coaches and quality people.
That is emblematic of the day for Dayton and Jalen Crutcher. Just lost his footing in the handle.
Yeah.
He's a great player. Oh, what a feed to Stockard!
Yeah.
And he slams it home.
Yeah.
They need to quarterize this move. I mean, they're bleeding fast.
Yeah, no, it's sometimes, you know, you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield, you know, so things happen.
I'm definitely more bug than windshield. Watson off, Stockard's got it. A one and done. The boards have been dominated by VCU. They're plus 10 on the glass. Hyland kick. Hesitation on the open 3. Couple of jabs. Do you want to take it? Do you want to take it? Curry, the reluctant pound.
Pick and roll probably with Bones coming off the screen.
There's Stockard to screen. Chimanga's got him on a switch. 3 ball off. Stockard has it, and VCU maintains. And remember, that's one of the rule changes in recent years. Timer to 20 on the offensive rebound instead of the historic full reset. Hyland down low, wide open, and misses the bunny. Oh, Crutcher turning on the afterburners and draws the foul. Now, the good news for Dayton, he is known for his clutch play late in games. The problem, though, Coach, that clutch play has to come now. You got a big mountain to climb.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got to have attack. They're doing a nice job, double teaming him. Other guys got to help him out. Maybe Watson's a good player. He can step up now. Second leading scorer for the Flyers.
Watson funnels corner. Brea in and out. Put back on the spot, tip and hold. And so Okage only averages 4 a game. Dayton, part of the trouble, right? They're still defining roles. The roster has been fluid in the season.
Yeah. It's different. One gentleman left, nice pass, pick and roll. Hassan Ward up and away with the flush.
The alley-oop annihilation.
Yeah.
This is the largest lead of the game for VCU. Dayton has not known an advantage. Brea, the length of board bothered him. Man, the size of VCU near the basket. Oh, how did he keep that in bounds?
That's Ward with the defense.
Trey Clark, the deuce off, Brea wins it. Jalen Crutcher leads the country in minutes played. Trying to funnel it down low and a foul. Ward just dropping Chimanga. Jalen Crutcher, the man they call Clutcher, had been electric. A career-high 29 in the overtime win at Davidson. A career-high 5 made threes in the game against GW. Today, 2 points, 2 giveaways.
And he's shooting 53% from the field coming into the game, John. So, unfortunately, it's not his day, but game's not over yet. Hopefully he can step up.
And that's how they can try to get back into it, right? There's a foul that goes on Jimmy Clark III, and you can see he is not too pleased. There's some swagger that can spill at times to anger with VCU.
Yeah.
They're still learning to play emotionally within themselves, and this is probably mentally and emotionally the most challenging game that Crutcher's had this year.
Yeah, oh, for sure. For sure. Down a big thing, and he's struggling himself, but he's a great play. He'll step up. He'll play well these next 12, 13 minutes.
Crutcher, 3 ball. Off target, and Dayton remains without a three-point make. They hit almost 40% of their threes, second best in the league. They're 0 for 11.
Sometimes it's your day, sometimes it's not. So right now, all Rams.
And the defense has been wanting at times for Dayton. Just a step slow and This was an angry VCU team. Got buzzed by the Bonnies on Wednesday. Shot clock violation here.
Shot clock violation.
Now 12.5 to go. Dayton armed with only a couple of timeouts. Mike Rhodes, a teaching moment. You know, he said he had a heart-to-heart with his team this week. He was painfully honest with them about the collapse against St. Bonaventure, and he called guys out in a somewhat old-school way, but followed it with some positives and how they can improve.
Yeah, Mike's a very positive guy, so I'm sure he did it in a positive way, but players know deep down. They know deep down whatever they didn't do last Wednesday against the Bonnies, and hey, it's going to happen. When you play a lot of games, you're going to have some clunkers.
There is the second made bucket of the game. Circle this moment. 12:07 to go, second half. Is this when he springs to life?
Yeah. He can't do it by himself. He's got to get some help.
And he gives the foul against Clark. And that's going to be a concern. That's 3 fouls on Jalen Crutcher. That was the middle of 5 straight title game appearances for the Rams. Their only win in that time. Dayton has only won once. That was in 2003. We have had 5 champs in 5 years in this league. All 14 teams of the league have made the big dance in the last dozen years.
It's amazing. No, it's a lot of balance, a lot of excellent programs. This year, I think it's really a great year for the A-10. They got a chance. The 3, maybe 4 teams in. We'll see what happens, but it's a tremendous league and excellent coaches and terrific tradition.
Their look in the stands where 250 are allowed here at the Siegel Center. A mixture of players, students, players' family and friends, I should say. I think the players are on the floor. I hope so. 44-22. There are the numbers this half. Been a little closer, but there's the ugly disparity from deep. That's really been the game. There's another 3. Williams. And Watson's got it.
He's a key guy for them now, long-term, John. After Bones, Williams is the next best scorer, I think, for the Rams.
Yeah, Mike Rhodes said they would not be where they are had it not been for Vince Williams, who's finally healthy. He's battled so many injuries over the years.
Yep. Maybe Watson now. He's got to step up for the fly. He's a good player. Give him some help. I'd screen for him. He's not a one-on-one wrecking machine.
Deep 3. All for Crutcher. And what is that?
Not a good shot. Clock shot was running down. He's a good three-point shooter, 45% from downtown usually. But
I mean, that's like the definition of a force, though, right?
Yeah. No, I think the shot clock was. He's worried about that. I think, John. That was. Maybe Watson drives. Good defense by Curry. Kick it out. Yeah, there was about 2 or 3 seconds left looking at the shot clock. About 3 or 4 seconds. So that was a desperation. 4 points, 2 for 7. Once again, he averages 19 a game and shoots 53% from the field for a guard, John. That's fabulous.
You give a lot of credit to VCU's defense that has come out with measured purpose. Mike Rhodes said the number 1 issue, shut down Crutcher. Number 2, shut down the 3. They have done both decidedly.
Definitely. The defense has been fabulous all afternoon.
Hard screen. Curry, re-screen. Getting closer, rejected, turned aside, loose. No possession exchange, so a shot clock violation. A couple of those, and that happened in hiccups to VCU when they were up big against the Bonnies on Wednesday.
Curry goes in, block, and on the floor. Ward comes up with it. Shot clock violation.
Now, this VCU team that is built on defense, you never quite take the foot off the gas, right?
No, you don't let up. 10 minutes and 35 seconds roughly left. You got, you're not trying to embarrass anybody, but you got to keep the pressure on. Maybe the last 4 minutes, John, then you take off the press. But you got to put them away, keep them down. Don't give them a chance. A 3-point shot, things can slip in a hurry.
Look at the difference for Dayton. On the year, they hit half their shots. Today, a quarter of their shots.
Yep. One of the best field goal shooting teams in the country coming in, 50%.
Off balance there, steps. And Mustafa Amsil is a really talented freshman, 6'10". Went in 50 days' time from signing with the Flyers to being the rookie of the week in the league, pressed into more immediate service than they would have forecasted. due to a barrage of injuries and a defection that no one could have anticipated early in the year.
No, from Helsinki, Finland. It's a long way away.
It's about 7 hours later there than it is on the American East Coast.
That's good, John. You're my definitely check on the geography and time zones.
3-ball off. I just consult the internet. Actually, that's pretty much what I do for everything.
That's good.
Nice Euro. Let's take a look at the giveaways for Dayton. This is how they've arrived at their 11 turnovers today.
Yep. Bad passes, ball handling, some traveling, team violation, and once again, VCU is one of the best in the country in forcing turnovers. They forced 19 turnovers a game. They blocked 6 shots a game, 11 steals. So unfortunately, the problem for the Flyers who turn it over too much is the strength of VCU, who caused turnovers. So we're seeing a perfect storm right now for VCU.
Very rare breather for Jalen Crutcher, who leads the country playing almost 40 minutes a game.
Yep.
Now, you asked Anthony Grant, why are your turnover numbers up? Because they don't turn it over historically under him. And he said, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, once again, different roles for everybody. After having the Player of the Year, Obi Toppin last year, now Crutcher comes into the main spot, so he's not just a second fiddle. Some new guys you mentioned before. Somebody left the team and injuries, right? Amsiel comes in late from Finland, trying to get his role. So it's just a work in progress. Once again, no summer, no spring program, right? No fall because of the coronavirus, no exhibition game. So there's a lot to go into the blender, John, and it just takes time.
Floating banker, Zimi Wokaji. Yes, Flyers team had entered having won 3 straight. They have won 3 of the last 5 A-10 regular season titles. But barring a huge comeback, they'd be looking at a 4-3 record in league play.
Yep. How about the Bonnies? You saw them the other day. Nice surprise, 5-1 in the conference, John.
They look great. I mean, Mark Schmidt's one of the outstanding coaches in all of college basketball, the true tactician with as deep and varied a playbook as you'll find. That was a fun contrast, the chaos of havoc from VCU and the very crisp offense that the Bonnies like to run.
Yeah, Mark Schmidt does a great job. He has more plays than Shakespeare. He runs a million, and he does. He changes them. I thank God I never had a coach against him, but you get headaches. He changes. One of my former players was his assistant, Jeff Massey, for a while was in Bonnies, and he's one of the most successful coaches that is underrated in the country. John, there's a lot of great coaches, but people don't realize what a great job he's done for many years, unless you played against him.
And similarly with St. Louis, which seems to be the class of the A-10, and they have still yet to play a league game. Hyland reverse it home.
Yeah. St. Louis is terrific. Richmond is terrific, but it took a blow today, as you know, with losing at home to LaSalle. But they have a terrific team, and VCU, they're growing, they're burgeoning. I know what the word means, John, but I know you're smart, so I threw it out there.
Let me get to the B's. I got to leaf through here. They will step aside.
Right now, the Rams are doing great.
Now they're able to finish right near the rim, and this is how they will move on in league play. UMass really good. Trey Mitchell is an outstanding young big. LaSalle better than you would expect. Rhode Island played a ravenous non-conference schedule.
They did, and Rhode Island came in here and beat VCU at the Rams home court recently. So Rhode Island is a talented young team too. With Fats Russell, a great guard.
One of the great names in college basketball too. A super talent and super tough. Contested Jay snaps the twine. Well, maybe Watson drops it down. Hyland other end for 3. Yes! Bones Hyland. 21 points, 4 made threes. He's nearly still matching Dayton with 7.5 to go.
John, I would have said bad shot. You're up 20 points. Let's run the clock a little bit, get a good shot. But when it goes in, it goes in.
Stepping back off Watkins. Hyland, he wants another. He wants another.
Oh. John, it feels like leather. It's going up with Charles. It's a leather basketball. Bones, making no bones about it. He's going to air it out. Mike Rhodes, a lot of energy, very positive guy. That's what I really like about Mike. Terrific coach. Did a great job with Shaka Smart when he was here as an assistant at VCU.
And before that, he was coaching Division III Randolph-Macon in Virginia, and he would frequently come by when Anthony Grant was the VCU head coach to pick up some tricks of the trade.
Yep. No, he kept learning. Tremendous fit here for VCU.
There's the first made three of the game for Dayton. They had been 0 for 14, a foul here on Weaver. So that's something maybe a lot of our viewers don't realize, Coach. How often does that happen, that coaches at all levels are allowed access into practices, into camps, that you share information?
Very often. It's a little different in the COVID area right now, John. But they all the time. I used to go watch other coaches. You know, guys, when I coach, guys come in used to watch us, and you share ideas. Not many secrets, but you try to learn. Here we go.
Bones Hyland, ice in his veins.
Look at him. He's styling. Can't leave him alone.
He set the program freshman record for made threes a season ago. Watson a response, and there you go. Dayton heating up. Missed the first 14, connected on the last 2.
Yep, Bones. Oh, looks like he's trying to dunk it.
Oh, Hyland draws the foul. They'll get Wokage with his first.
This shot is from Blacksburg, Virginia, way downtown, down the south by Tennessee. Look at him, flexing now. Look at this. I'm rolling. Bones the name, basketball's the game.
And he's got 25 points. Bones Hyland went off for 31 on the 15th of December against Western Carolina. That was the most points by a Ram in almost 4 years. The first 30-point game by a sophomore in a decade since Brandolph Burgess back in 2010. He's on his way to 30 today. And who would have thunk that? A VCU team so foul-heavy. +7 in points at the line. Hesitant three. Soft heat check and the board to Dayton. Snap it inside. Amcia wanted it, rejected. No, you don't.
They do. They block shots at a high rate. One of the best in the country. 6 a game.
Watkins winds up leaving it. Hot potato. Drop step. And turns it over. This is Luke Frazier. His first action. The freshman who had an appendectomy December the 10th. And had not played all year. And a foul. Overplaying. Jameer Watkins has 3. There's a shot of Luke Frazier, who dropped 22 a game as a senior at Lake Catholic High School. He was a finalist, Coach, for an award named after a familiar face, the Clark Kellogg Award in Ohio.
How about that? Great state, Ohio. Great state. Enjoyed being there. Xavier for 9 years.
Weaver gets hit. Vince Williams with 3. Dayton has not known a lead in this game. VCU has led for 34 minutes and 9 seconds. We've had 15 seconds of time. And the first off. Coming up next, we'll get you caught up on all your college hoops from around the country. It's the boys on Inside College Basketball right here on CBS Sports Network. It's been one of the most unpredictable seasons we can ever recall, Coach.
No question. A lot of different things going on, and schedules being flip-flopped, changed, rearranged, canceled, postponed. But hey, we're having basketball, and it's great. Once again, got to be positive, even though it's a lot of negative things happening, but you got to be positive. These players are playing. They love playing. Something that they do, they look for, they live for. So it's great we have a game. We're thrilled to be on CBS Sports Network.
So possession arrow on that jump goes to VCU. Yeah, what these young men have overcome. The adversity, the at times anxiety, the stress, the loneliness of being a ball player in 2020, 2021 is incredibly unique.
No question. Very difficult. We don't talk about it enough. It's mentioned, but not nearly enough, John.
Oh, what a dunk by Corey Douglas. That'll help get some of the bad feelings out, right?
Yes, definitely. But yeah, we don't discuss it enough because it's a tremendous strain. They can't be with their family as much. They can't be with their teammates. They can't go out and socialize. So it's difficult. But Bones, ain't no bones about it. He's a terrific player.
Bones Hyland with 28 points in 28 minutes. And the Flyers a bit numb. Mulai Sissoko getting some minutes. He tries to post up, but a bad pass. Hyland searching for 30. Alley-oop! Trying to help out his teammate. A little off with Keyshawn Curry. That's a big smile.
Here we go. Nice inbounds play here. Here we go. Bones flying, throwing it home. Bones is doing it, putting on a clinic. It's a trap. That's what they do normally.
Sees a seam. Aggressive take. Met rudely in the air. Corey Douglas.
Well, KG with the free throws coming up.
No, Douglas has 2. There you see Hyland, some deep breaths. He has earned it with his sprinting up and down the floor.
Yep, I think he's done for the afternoon, John. You know, game's well in hand. You don't want to get anybody hurt, but you don't want your star player to get hurt when the game's decided.
And Dayton with a sub is R.J. Blakeney, freshman, checks back in. This is a young Dayton team and a younger VCU team in spots, too. Both have a lot of new blood this year.
VCU only has 2 seniors and 9 freshmen and sophomores for the Rams. So they're a young team. They're going to get better. There's Crutcher. Wasn't his afternoon, but they'll bounce back, the Flyers. They got a lot of character. They got a tremendous coach and Anthony Grant, and the Flyers will be fine.
Well, much like I think Dayton in retrospect can recognize you don't want to play VCU after a difficult loss on Wednesday, I think the same will lie in wait for the Flyers.
Bones is rolling. Now he's just chilling out, assistants. But great game, 28 points, one of the top young players in the country. And he and Ace Baldwin, the 2 excellent young players for the Rams, freshman and sophomore. So tremendous future, I think, for VCU.
Foul to Luke Frazier, his first, brought about the media. Frazier up the floor on the glide. His VCU team was humbled about as hard as you can to be on Wednesday. And they've responded in a huge fashion to the challenge of their coach and of the game itself.
A great coach once told me, John, a guy named Jim Lionel. He's the head coach in the NBA for a couple of teams in St. Joe's University in Philly. He says every game is a completely unique situation. Anything can happen. Right? We saw Wednesday, we talked about that a few times. First half, second half, and anything can happen. Now, next game, Dayton could come out and play great, win by 20 points. VCU could struggle. So anything can happen. That's what makes the game so interesting, so exciting.
And it seems like that spiked even more this season, particularly in the A-10. And it makes you wonder, what's conference and NCAA tournament play going to be like?
It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. It's going to be exciting.
Now, you and I were talking during break. You know, you have your thoughts on what you might expect in a game. You honestly really just want a great game every time you work one.
Yep.
Neither one of us saw this coming.
No, I didn't, for sure. Our producer's pretty cerebral. Scotty Brandwine is a great American. He might have thought it, but most of us thought, hey, it'd go right down to the wire.
Trying to take the charge.
That's something. Now you got to call something.
Clutching at the back of his head.
Is he okay? Emergency room. He's going to be in emergency room. No foul.
Mikel Brown-Jones slow to get up. Let's take a look.
Boom. That's a charge. My book.
And it looks like he went right into the knee of his teammate there.
Yep.
That's 6'9", 250 barreling into him.
Yeah, it's a big guy.
A few subs as Stockard returns. The same for Watkins. A lot of the first unit continues to run, in part, Coach, because for VCU, there isn't much of a second unit. They play almost everyone all the time.
Good point. Yeah, a lot of parity. Bones is elite, but the other guys are very good players, but there's a lot of balance and parity, as you say.
Off the crossover, Clark, reverse. Oh my goodness. He has been a wizard these last few possessions.
Yep.
Hey, he is ambidextrous, a natural lefty.
Is he? Okay.
There, the steal for Watkins. Nice, no look. Furious right-hand jam. He didn't get the foul at the other end, but Mikel Brown-Jones gets his on that side.
Got to keep playing now.
Dayton doing it with Luke Frazier, the freshman, in his first career game, handling a lot. Now up to another freshman in Brea. 5 to shoot. 3 ball. Banker.
Banks are open, John. 25 after 6 in Richmond, Virginia. Make a deposit, get some interest. The banks are open.
Okagee taking plumb advantage. Bit of a forced wraparound look and a foul. Take a look at the air here.
Penetration. Up and away. Woo!
That's a poster.
Whoa! Throwing it home. Elevation. Look at Bones Hyland like.
That's what Mike Rhodes has talked about at great length with us, right? The joy that his team has, how much love and focus they have on playing the games.
Yep. A lot of young guys. 9 freshmen and sophomores, just a lot of energy, emotion, as you mentioned before.
And foul to Clark, his third, and Mike Rhodes trying to right the ship. They're looking at their 9th win in 11 games and trying to run their record to 4-2 in a really good A-10. A-10 is hopeful of perhaps 4 teams in the big dance. They've got 6 in the top 75 in the net.
You got a chance. And sometimes you knock each other off, but it's a terrific league. Excellent coaches. They do it the right way. And these are 2 of the top teams.
And both took some big scalps in non-league play. And each still has some major matchups to come in the teeth of the A-10.
Yep. And Dayton had some good wins early in the year. Mississippi State had some good wins. So did VCU. VCU beat Utah State and Memphis. So some good wins for the A-10 early in the season. That's big for them because a lot of those big so-called power conferences don't want to play A-10 teams because they know they get beaten.
And I think the truth is, when you talk about power conference, you look at success on the national stage, you look at the budgets that are involved, money is a big part of it. A-10 is a power league. It's not Power 5 in basketball. A-10 is in that conversation.
No, it's a terrific league.
About a 5-second differential here. And VCU did not know a deficit on the day. Blocked by Frazier. 1 on the timer, but what a response from the Rams, who blew a 15-point lead and got crushed on the road by St. Bonaventure on Wednesday. They had a few days to lick their wounds, and they focused, and they have just dismantled a good Dayton team.
Yep. Mike Rhodes did a great job after the loss, talking to him, getting on him, right? They know we love him, so when the players know that you love them, you can get on them. So the players know that Mike Rhodes cares about them as people, cares about their family, so he can get on them, and they responded big time this afternoon.
Mike Rhodes said, we have to change gears. We have to stack possessions. They do that and then some. Wire to wire. They annihilate Dayton 66-43. And this is about as big a bounce back as you'll find. And Anthony Grant and Dayton see their 3-game win streak come to a grinding halt. Here's the latest. So the Bonnies and the Minutemen 1 loss apiece, but now VCU in a 3-way spot with 2 losses. Davidson and Richmond alongside.
Yeah, a lot of parity, a lot of games yet to be played, but a terrific league, and it's going to be a great finish.